let's brighten this up a little bit. There we go. We're going to keep it a little light today, and we're going to talk about something that I really get excited about. Hey sponsor, that's right, you are my sponsor. Like I mentioned before in other videos, people have sponsored their videos by companies or products or, all of that kind of stuff. But right now, you are my sponsor. I don't have any other sponsors at the moment, but you are the one who are keeping my channel open, who are keeping these videos going, and you are helping the chronically ill by watching these videos and getting these videos out there to other people who are suffering just like me, just like us, and supporting one another. So you are my biggest sponsor, and I just wanted to thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing, and thank you for being here. Thank you. Hi guys, and welcome back to the Inside Stylist podcast. This is episode 3, and I just was trying to keep it a little lighthearted because I feel like the last 2 episodes were, could be very triggering, could have been very emotional for you. And I wanted to change it up for episode 3. And I wanted to make it a little lighter, something a little bit more lighthearted as far as a healing journey. And today I wanted to talk about the flavor of things, because the biggest part of this journey is the food. Like, you have to eat, and what you put in your body can really make a difference. And when I first began this journey, I wasn't accustomed to all the different herbs and fruits and vegetable flavors. And what I experienced was that over time, as things left my body, like toxins and stuff, as the little felt like, I want to say even my palate or my tongue got cleansed along the journey. And so I began to taste things differently than when I first started. And so I kind of wanted to talk about that because it's kind of exciting when you can really get into the flavor of your fruits or your vegetables or the herbs. There's just this different excitement than before, when things were covered in salt or heavily saturated in fat or butter or cream or things like that I didn't realize that that's where I was getting my flavor from. It wasn't from the food itself. It was the thing it was heavily drenched in. Whether it was like sugar, it could be like processed sugar, syrupy flavors. Flavors is another one. Added flavors. Fat coats the tongue, and it prevents you from actually tasting the fruit and the vegetable that is out there. And so I kind of wanted to talk about that and share with you my experience. When I first began this, things didn't taste the way that I taste fruits and vegetables now. A lot of times when I first started, it took a little bit of time to get acquired to the flavors. they were a little bit more green. But the one thing that I can say was fruit was very easy to get started, to get healing foods into. So if you're having a bit of trouble with the different flavors in your vegetables, try exploring with different types of fruits, and try different types of fruits, because you could be somebody who likes the citrus flavors, the tartness of things, but then yet you could be somebody who likes the sweet side of the fruits, that kind of a flavor. So try different fruits, and always try fruits when they're in season, because let me tell you, I remember I never was one who actually enjoyed papaya, because one, I didn't quite like the smell, and maybe I was eating papayas that weren't ripe or were of a certain variety that I didn't particularly care for. But when I tried the South American papayas, it's so different than the flavor of the Hawaiian papayas that I would eat before. And the South American ones, like when you find a really, really good, ripe, sweet papaya from South America, they taste like a sweet, almost caramel flavor. It is so delicious. It is completely different than the flavor to me than the ones in Hawaii. This one is just, it's just like candy. And so always eat things in season during that time, because they are much more sweet and much more flavorful and just cheaper. So go and try that. And just to give you a little backstory on me, I didn't start off this journey loving fruits and vegetables. I would eat some fruits occasionally here and there. And yeah, I would eat vegetables, but they were always coated in some sort of fat or heavily drenched in some kind of dressing or something like that, or cooked. So basically, you wouldn't even taste it because it was mixed with all kinds of salt or so. But I am one who loves flavor. Like, that is very big. And I remember making a deal with myself in the beginning of my journey that if I was to eat anything that I didn't quite like, I wouldn't continue. Like, this journey would be so difficult. So I only ate things that I really enjoyed eating. And I remember I always sort of stopped eating something if I didn't care for the flavor, or I didn't care for the texture, or the combination of it. I always only ate things that I really enjoyed. And so I was somebody who was heavily into sweets, as in candies and processed sugars and desserts, and that was my kind of flavor palette or liking prior to starting my healing journey. But once I started eating fruits and found fruits that were actually sweet and ripe, and I learned how to pick them, fruits is what I crave now. And I don't eat any of those kind of things. I don't even crave, I don't miss it, I don't crave it. And that is how powerful your body is, that it can switch your likes and dislikes of flavors as you heal. So even though you may have had resistance or are feeling resistance in the beginning of your journey to all these different flavors, just try to find one at first that you like. Keep eating it. Keep trying to implement a little bit more healing, a little bit more cleansing. And as you clean, your taste buds will change. You would get rid of that film of toxins or fat or salt that is on your tongue, and it cleans itself out and you get to taste things so differently. Even vegetables taste different for me. Like if you get a really good ripe tomato, it is so delicious. You don't need any seasoning. You can just eat it just like that. Even cucumbers, there's different flavors in them. And some cucumbers are just so delicious just by itself, with no salt, no nothing on top, no added sauces, no added dressings, dips, or anything like that. It is just delicious. Even potatoes. I am able to tell the difference between a really ripe potato or a good potato versus just, oh, it's just a potato. They have different flavors, and certain potatoes, once steamed, it has a really good flavor that you don't need anything on top. I don't need to season it with anything. I literally can eat the potato just like that. So I just wanted to kind of share and talk about flavors, because the food is a huge part, and the best part, I think, if you are looking to heal your body, to support it, food is your number one choice of medicine, because you have to eat every day, and what you choose to put in your body makes a difference. And including certain combinations of food and varieties of food can really support your body. So yes, supplements are needed at times, but you can do a lot of healing with your decision on choice of meal. And I always say in the past, it's, every meal is an opportunity for me to support my body, and I make sure to take full advantage of it. And I hope that that sort of sticks with you. So if you are beginning, or you are just starting, or maybe you have struggled or are struggling with food in your journey, find things that you like to eat, that you enjoy. Don't eat things that you don't. In time, your palate will expand and you'll be able to eat more varieties of things. But maybe in the beginning part, there's only a couple of things that you like. And it's okay. Just keep eating them, keep cleansing, keep working on it. And I'm telling you, your taste buds will change. So give things that maybe you have, determined not good, or doesn't taste good, or you don't like the texture, give it another try. Give it one more try later in your journey, because you'll be surprised at how much your taste buds change. So thank you for joining me in this vodcast again, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.